priest, what do you usually think about? If we think about from a material and worldly standpoint, probably a Catholic priest with their different garments that they wear, like a black suit, everything black except for that special collar. But if you think about biblically, you probably think about the Old Testament priests. Their garments and vestments that they wore whenever they worshiped the Lord and served Him from day to day. Would have been a beautiful scene, obviously, if they did that which God would have them to do. But for those of us that are Christians, we think about a priest in a different way. We think about a high priest, and we think about our high priest. The Bible, the Hebrew letter, speaks quite often about this high priest. The book of Hebrews talks about better things. Christ bringing forth a better covenant and a better priesthood. In the 7th chapter of the book of Hebrews, and in verse 23, we read this. Also there were many priests, because they were prevented by death from continuing. But he, because he continues forever, has an unchangeable priesthood. Therefore, he is also able to save to the uttermost those who come to God through him, since he always lives to make intercession for them. For such a high priest was fitting for us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sin, and has become higher than the heavens, who does not need daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifices first for his own sin, and then for the people's sin. For this he did once for all, when he offered up himself. For the law appointed as high priests men who have weaknesses, but the word of the oath which came after the law appoints the Son, who has been perfected forever. Now that's the high priest that we have to do with. And as we partake of these elements every first day of the week, we need to remember that we have a high priest who is in heaven. And that high priest is perfect, that he offered himself for us. And as a result of that, we have the hope of eternal life. Let's think about that as we partake.